What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. Just finished the front nine at Robert Trent Jones Golf Club at Hampton Cove in Huntsville, Alabama. Playing the Highlands course today because the river's flooded. I played the Highlands course yesterday, and let's just say it did not go that well. Very frustrating round with a lot of tap-in bogeys, par putts that missed by like this much, and I ended up with a disappointing 89 to start the trip. Today we're doing better than that round. 41 plus 5 on the front, and on a 3,400 yard course I will take that. And so we have reached a hole that I had some major trouble with last time, got a double bogey. So let's see if we can do a little bit better this time, at least a little bit. Water down the right side. I chickened out and I hit one of those trees on the left, so that's how the double happened. But we're gonna do better than that on this tee shot, I promise you that. Alright guys, from that intro, you know what's going down. The back nine here at Robert Trent Jones Golf Club at Hampton Cove Highlands course in Huntsville, Alabama. If you guys remember, on the front nine, I shot a pretty solid 41 plus 5. Not bad for the second time I've ever played a course, right? I gotta say, this is probably one of the nicest public courses I have ever played. Huntsville, Alabama. They seem to be a little bit of a golf hotbed. Lee Hodges of the PGA Tour is from there. He and I are going to have something in common by the end of the round. More on that later, but for now, heading into the 10th hole, pretty tough par 4 at 437 yards. Hit a pretty good tee shot. As you can see, I'm pretty pumped up, yeah. Right on this left side of the fairway here, got my 7-iron, just trying to hit the center of the green. And I just absolutely crap the bed on this shot. And then Dad does the Madagascar reference that I hate. Hey, I brought it upon myself, right? I mean, if I don't want him to say that crap on camera, I gotta not hit those shots. Good thing he wasn't there for that one, or else he would have done it again. But yeah, just absolute disaster start to this front nine, as you can see here. Or excuse me, back nine.
No more wedges.
As I chunk 2 shots in a row, and as you can see, I got one of my Apex irons out there. We're going to hit a little bump and run up onto the screen now. And Julius, not knowing that I'm aiming at him, gives me a pretty good spot to aim as it kind of feeds back towards the hole. The water is on, yeah, you guys are going to see how much this putt breaks here on Julius. I left it in there because he was about a foot behind me. I got to tell you, this guy was helping me out quite a bit today on a couple of these reads on the putts, you know, because early in the season, I mean, even down south, right? I mean, you can still see it's pretty brown. I understand the grass down south is much different than the grass in Michigan. What they use for the rough and what they use for the fairways and stuff like that. But still, it was just pretty tough to read, and honestly, we expected it to be a little bit greener, but we got to work with what we got, and sometimes you can't rely on the good conditions of a course to score well. You got to go out there and do it yourself, you know? And obviously, not every day is going to be perfect. I mean, although this is a very nice public golf course, this is not the courses that you see on the PGA Tour. I mean, and they plan their schedules out to where it's going to be, like, green and things are going to be growing, like, depending on where they're at. You don't see many tournaments where the rough is brown like this, at least not on the PGA Tour. On the Korn Ferry Tour, they do play on courses like this. I mean, I'm sure there's been Korn Ferry Tour events held. I know there's a Korn Ferry Tour tournament held in Huntsville every year. I don't know if they hold it here. I think they hold it at the Ledges, but I could be wrong. But right on the ledge here on the water hazard, and guess where we go? Oh my gosh, we're starting like crap on this back nine with double bogey on that 10th hole, and just straight into this, right? You can see the pitch mark right next to me where the ball landed, but then it spun backwards. So, I mean, at least I hit it good enough to not have to re-tee or go up like 30 yards, right? So, here we go on the chip shot. Very low one, but look at how much spin that had, you know? Like, sometimes I'd rather be chipping than putting. I feel like I'm a better chipper than a putter. And
going over the bridge here,
but that's just how I play the game.
12th hole, double fairway, if you can see it. Hopefully the serenity of this scene, just taking it in, will help me right the ship a little bit.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's been a nice day though.
That was a frustrating bounce on that 11th hole there. Just hits the bank and then pops into the brown twigs just before the water inside the hazard for me. But this hole is pretty short. Carry looks like a lot. It's only about 190 to get to that bunker. So I'm not going to put a score in my head before I finish the hole, but I will say that this is one of the easier ones.
Yeah, as you can see here, pretty short par 4, less than 350 from the tees we're playing. We're playing the orange tees, by the way. 73.4 rating, 138 slope, I believe, if I recall correctly. It might be 136. I'm not sure. It's high. It's hard. And as you can see here, Julie is hitting another bomb because that's what he does. Me, on the other hand, good grief. I should have slowed that down for you guys to see how far off center I hit that ball. That was absolutely putrid tee shot.
Yeah.
I end up in the bunker on the right side that splits the two fairways. Yeah, there's two fairways. Which one do I go for? The frickin' bunker in between them. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, guys, as you can see, very poor start to the back nine. Already +3 through the 2 holes that we've played. And we don't hit a good bunker shot. We're definitely staring a bogey or worse in the face on this one. So, I don't know. Going back to my discussion on how I feel like I'm a better chipper than a putter. I feel like on the super long putts, I mean, I'd almost rather chip, you know? Because if you have enough distance between you and the ball, you'd almost rather be able to play with the spin a little bit. You'd almost rather, if there's a hill you don't like, just try to carry over it. Or if there's a hill you do like, you have the option to roll it through it. You know, sometimes the greens aren't very consistent. Some, especially early in the season like this, where some of the snow, I mean, obviously not down south, but like back up north, like when the snow recedes, just some of the greens are a little bit more shaded than others, and you really do get greens that aren't exactly the same speed, or like not super close. Like you saw at Sylvan, there were some greens with some rivers running through them when I played. Now, obviously, that score didn't count for my handicap because that was still technically winter. That was still outside of March 21st. Down south, though, their handicap season starts a little bit earlier, so I was able to count this round. Didn't exactly want to count the 89, but hey, we got to do what we got to do, right?
Does not want a double here.
Oh my goodness.
This is not good.
It's beyond hard to watch.
What else is new, people? I mean, seriously. +5 through 3 holes to start that back nine. Unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, I should have sped back up the camera. I actually said I was done. I wanted to honestly stop filming and just like try to enjoy myself these last 3 holes. Or these last 6 holes, I mean. But you know what? I told myself, you know what? You got a birdie on 14. That hole's coming up. That's going to get you in a little bit of better mood. Try to get through these next few holes and see what you can do. And as you can see there on my driver swing, a lot more calm, not trying to steer it. Again, on this pitching wedge here, as you can see, very calm, just very fundamentally sound.
And it results in 2 good shots in a row. And sometimes 2 good shots in a row, you're going to get unlucky and you're going to roll off a hill like this. One thing I did see down south, this Bermuda rough, it gets super matted down in the winter, like even more so than the bent grass up north. This grass gets so compact, and it's almost like hay bales. I mean, really, with how tight it is, like these chip shots, as you can see, I'm very excited about that chip shot because that was a very tight lie, a very soft underneath. I mean, really, that Bermuda grass recedes like crazy, which is something I definitely wasn't ready for, but was able to get a good par out of that. So as you can see, trying to push myself through it as best I can. We're at the birdie hole the previous day where I got my Alabama birdie. This putt's actually going to come up. Yeah, this was from yesterday, the day prior to the day you're seeing me play. About 15 feet, right in the heart. And as you can see there, that's another state down on my birdies across America list. As I haven't shown you that map yet. I'm gonna kind of have a video where I kind of discuss my goals in a little bit more detail for this year for golf, how it relates to school, how it relates to my work, just that sort of thing. But yeah, you guys are gonna see some good stuff coming from that. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is try to get a birdie in as many states as I can. Obviously, it's going to take years to get even some of them. Like, it's not like I live in Kansas where everything is the same distance away. Like some of the states are going to take me years, maybe even decades to get to. But the fact is, guys, I'm in here for the long haul. I want to keep doing this content for as long as I can. For as long as however life will let me, you know. So and as you can see here, just me just kind of hitting a couple good shots again. Again, 2 good shots on a par 4 get me to green in regulation. This time it actually holds the green. Good thing too, because in front of the green there's like a big wood wall and like a little creek that you have to carry. So did pretty well at that. So yeah, as you can see here, a pretty straightforward par, and off we go to 15. So 2 pars in a row. But again, that would have been nice to get a birdie. I was really going after that putt. I gave it quite a bit of juice, almost outside of gimme range. It probably was a little bit unwise of me to go up that fast and tap it in, but hey, it is what it is, right? So, but yeah, something that I've been wanting to show you guys is I'm trying to get birdies in as many states as I can, and I know some of them are going to take a long time to get to. I mean, obviously, Indiana, Ohio, that's not too far away from me. I mean, I've got Ohio. I mean, when I did this video, I had, well, prior to the Alabama trip, I had obviously Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. And so Alabama was my number 6. We still got 44 to go, but guys, let me tell you, we're going to need to have some good rounds to keep us going, some good seasons to keep us going, and hopefully we're going to start doing that in 2022 and kind of get us really going a little bit as just like a channel, as a community as a whole. As this channel is growing, because we're almost at 150 subscribers now. This from the time that I posted my last video to now, we have hit 10,000 total views on this channel. 10,000. We're talking an AHL arena could fill the amount of views that we've had. So, like the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, we're getting to some serious numbers, guys. And I understand I'm not a big channel, really. I understand that there's some mega channels, like super huge guys like Zach Radford and GM Golf and some of those guys, but not a scratch golfer as well. He's blowing up. Hey, who knows? We could be next, right? Putts like this are going to help. This is a great lag putt. Again, from that distance, what would I rather do? I wouldn't want to putt that. You know, like, I'd rather kind of have the brake play with it a little, have the spin play with it a little bit, not have to deal with as much brake, and those kind of putts really get me going. You can see 3 straight pars. We're
Much
feeling
needed
good.
3 straight pars for me heading into a very tough hole that you guys are going to absolutely crap your pants on. You think you guys got it tough watching? I gotta play it. Yeah, we'll drive up. We'll give you a drive up here. Very nice neighborhood, by the way, Hampton Cove. Very, very nice area. Beautiful. Just topography. Yep, there's the pain we have. Oh wait, where's the oranges? Are they up? I think they're trying to help us. They might be helping us out a little bit here. I forget if this is where we was last time.
Where we was?
Where we were, I mean. I think they're trying to help us out a little bit. I almost want to go from up there just to make it legitimate. You guys think I should do it? I kind of want to because contest here. There's 161, so we got about 180 today. Yeah, 180 today. So this still was not an easy hole, even with the little bit of help that we got.
Yeah, so those 3 straight pars, they were much needed going into this hole. As you can see, that peninsula green, I mean, even on paper, even on the map, as you can see here, it just looks so intimidating. Just cavernous on that right side. I mean, really. Kind of doing the same strategy as I did on 11, though. I feel like I did a lot of the right things on 11. Went in pretty fast. Didn't get real jittery. I've got the same club as well. Just trying again. It's a little better of a shot. No. It's got to hang on, though. Why am I not surprised? I mean, really, guys.
There is my pitch mark right there. And there's the ball. You guys have no idea how mad I am right now. The good news is, because it's a lateral hazard, I can drop on this side because without a shadow of a doubt, that ball made it over that line. So we could still potentially do okay on this hole. I don't know. I'm so mad though after that.
I mean, what do you say to that shot? I mean, really, that was just... It's like it knew who I was. I mean, I really do believe, like... I mean, I'm from Michigan, so obviously I'm used to the course being not in the greatest shape. And, I mean, this course is... I mean, it's Alabama, right? So I'm expecting it to be a lot nicer. Yet I get here... And, I mean, it's not the course's fault, but, I mean, you see stuff like that. You see a shot like that, you walk up to that bank, like, right next to a fairly large body of water, and you're thinking, how in the world did that not plug, like, right when it hit the ground, and I just take it out of the plug mark, hit my next shot, and I'm probably parring the hole, because it was pretty close to the green. And, I mean, you guys are going to see in a minute, a super squishy lie. You can like see how like the rain, like the Bermuda grass clippings just kind of forming waves in a couple shots coming up on one of these that I'm going to hit. That's like 100 yards away from the water. Like, how does that make sense? Like, sometimes I really do believe the course knows who I am. And like, oh, you're Buffalo Ben 15 Golf?
Right there, yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy who tries to break 80 all the time on YouTube? Oh yeah. You hit a good shot? Well, too bad. We're going to give you the worst bounce ever, and we don't want you winning. I mean, really. Like,
long third in.
some of the stuff that I see. Like, I mean, go back to frickin' my tournament vlog. Like, you remember that putt that hit off the pin? I have seen putts just go 100 frickin' miles an hour into a pin and just drop straight down. Yeah, that was a putt. That was going like 4 miles an hour. What does it do? It pops back out. You guys remember on that third hole at Farmington Hills? Yeah, and this is the shot that I was talking about. That's just the you can see the water ripples from the Bermuda grass that they cut down. And I mean stuff like this. Tell me to my face, the way I hit that last shot, with how hard it is, how tough the green is, tell me to my face that I deserve to be in this bad of a lie. I don't. I mean, it really is ridiculous sometimes what happens to me out on the golf course. Almost. This is that Lee Hodges shot that I was talking about.
There's nothing I could do.
With that bunker. He actually used a putter when he did it, but bumping, running it through the bunker is what I tried to do there. I didn't have that good of a lie, so I didn't putt it. I did think about it, but I just didn't think the lip would let me to get over with how much bunker that I had to putt through. So I tried something a little bit in between. It probably would have worked had I hit it harder, but I mean, my mind is just spinning. My voiceover is going to crap right now. It's just everything. I mean, those 5 holes, like I had those 3 good holes in the middle. Those were great. Those were fine. Everything about those holes I did right, but those 5 holes, 10, 11, 12, 16, and 17, everything about those holes was just putrid. I mean, really, guys. I had more bad holes than good holes on this back 9. So heading into 18, the last hole at RTJ at Hampton Cove Highlands. Hit a pretty bad drive that, honestly, I say I never get lucky. I mean, that was a little bit lucky with the hill there to kind of save me. But there is nothing lucky about this chip shot. I mean, gotta end on a high note, right? On a round like this, just chaotic as it was. Because I thought I hit some great shots. I thought the swing looked excellent. It looked so much better than it did at the beginning of last year. I mean, that's what you like to see. Trying to come back as much as you can, trying to keep your chin up, hit some more good shots, and that's kind of how this day went. I mean, I had a bad 3 holes to start, and then I hit a few good holes, then a couple bad holes again, and then a good hole to finish on. So overall, pretty average day for me. Maybe a little bit below average, 85, another mid-80s round. I want to consistently get under 80 this year. Like last year, my goal was to have my average be under 80. Since the year before I broke 80 for the first time. Haven't been able to do it yet, and you know, I'm tired of I'm tired of deleting bad golf off my phone that I would have made vlogs for, but then get too scared and not upload them because I only want to show the good stuff. The fact is, I've not been crazy honest with my golf. What you've seen is significantly above my average performance, like overall on this channel. My average performance last year, to be truthfully honest, there were some rounds where I was like high 80s consistently for like a month, like last year. It was bad. It wasn't good. I was shooting like 86, 85, 88, 89. No, I didn't have an 89. It got 88. I had an 88 at Heather Hills. And there was even a round at Beacon Hill where, not the 82, but a round before that where I was doing so badly that I just, like, quit, like, after 12 holes. And I, like, did a 2-man scramble, like, to see if I could break par with 2 balls. I didn't. But, you know, vlogs like this, I try to do my best because it's a real nice course, right? So I want to do my best, show you guys the best golf I possibly can. And I just couldn't do it today. There were bits and pieces there. I mean, there were, even in the bad rounds, there's always bits and pieces of good rounds. But, you know, just kind of thinking ahead a little bit more, like, on that 17th, like, how could I have gotten down in 3 instead of 4? On, like, hole 12, how could I have gotten a bogey instead of a double? Like, how could I have prepared a little bit better for that? Those sorts of things, you know? So, where could I have aimed otherwise on the green to make the shots on 11 and 16 less intimidating? Little things, guys, that really don't even cross your mind when you're playing in the heat of the moment, but I can assure you they cross the pros' minds. So, definitely something that I need to work on, and for sure. But as for now, it was a 9.498 differential round, which is kind of the same as Sylvan, which was a 9.7. So again, pretty close to my average because the handicap is usually 2 below your average. You know, this so far it's not been as good of a start that I've wanted this year, but I mean, at least I've been honest and I've showed you the 84 and the 85 instead of deleting those two. The 89, the first day that I played, I didn't really want to film. But I did, and if I like scored good, I would post it. But I want to stop doing that. I want to like actually vlog the average this year. I want to be less ambiguous with you guys. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I'm gonna get better as it goes on. All right. All right, guys. That's all for now. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.